Hey, and welcome to the HopCast.
Thanks for coming back, everyone.
I'm Brad Chmielewski.
My name is Ken Hunnemeder.
And it's sour time.
Ooh, let's get after it. One of my favorite times of the evening.
Sour time?
Yeah, I mean,
More than
second
licking.
behind licking Coca Loco holes.
All right. Fair enough. So we got one you brought and one I brought. We got our sours together. We mixed our sours together.
We did. We did, in a nice, one big colony of funk.
Right.
So I brought the Avery Raspberry Sour.
Okay.
I thought it had a name, and I was like, and someone asked me about it earlier, and they're like, "What'd you grab?" I was like, "I don't know what it was called, but it was a raspberry sour. Apparently, it's just called raspberry sour."
All right. And then I saw this one because it had a skull on it. It looked pretty intense. I was like, this beer is ready to go. This is the Paradox Beer Company, and it's their Skully Barrel No. 35.
So you would drink that in high school when you were like really into Alkaline Trio.
Right, with my Licking Hole Creek tattoo. Bleeding heart. So this is a sour ale brewed with plums and natural flavors in an oak wine barrel.
Sounds great.
So do we want plums? Do we want raspberries?
Let's try yours first.
Okay.
I'm kind of looking forward to checking that out.
Yeah, I've never
Sounds
heard
good.
of this brewery, and I don't even know where they're at. Where are they at? They're in Colorado.
Of course they are.
Yeah, that's
Everyone's
where
in Colorado.
Yeah. Yeah. Where's your beer from? Colorado. Oh, that's legit.
Who wins the most JBF medals?
Colorado.
Colorado. All right, let's open a brewery there.
Yeah. So that poured out kind of a not yellow, but it has that like hazy, sunsetty kind of color going on.
Yeah, and I'm sure the fruit has kind of contributed a little bit, but it does have kind of just a plum-like characteristic.
All right, juicy. It has like a juicy color.
Yeah.
Then we have a little bit of head on there, but nothing like, not too much. It feels more like carbonation head than like hoppy head. Yeah. How's it smell? You smell it?
It smells nice and fruity, tart, for sure. Kind of dry.
So this was in oak barrels, so we might get some more of that like woody, I guess, wine-like characteristic coming out.
You could, depending on how they treated the barrels. If you steam all that nuance out of the barrel, then maybe not. And depending on how many times they've used them.
So this is salted and dried plums.
Right. Salted and dried plums. Okay.
All right.
I don't think you're gonna get any salt. I think they're just using the salt to actually take the moisture out.
Okay.
They're using that as a drying method, maybe,
Probably, yeah.
and then shaking the salt away.
All right. Well, cheers. Let's give it a try. Ooh, that's like puckering. I feel that on like the cheeks.
And it does have a vinous like type wine character to it. Absolutely. There's a little bit of tartness up front, fruitiness, and then that vinous character.
Vinous. I never heard of vinous before.
Welcome to the dark side, my friend.
What's vinous? Like, what's the?
It's wine like.
Okay. All right. I was looking for more. All right.
It's too late in the evening for more.
All right. I like their little graphic here because they have like, what the beer looks like, the color, and the hop profile. It's very low hops, and then sourness. It's above tart, almost a sour.
Yeah, halfway between tart and sour is where they would categorize this. And I think I would tend to agree with that.
There's a lot of info on this. Pair it with rare to medium porterhouse.
Oh. I thought they were just like gonna have you pair it with rare raspberries or
the movie
hard to get things, not how it was cooked.
Pair it with the movie Blood In, Blood Out, and Born in East LA. That's the two movies
Together?
I don't know if it's together
Double
or
feature.
just if you just want to go ahead and do one of these.
Barrel number 34 for the first flick, 35 for the second flick.
It might be a different movie though on 34.
Maybe.
Yeah, born in West LA. Is that?
Fuck.
All right.
No, this is definitely an enjoyable beer. I really like it.
So
Good fruity character.
yeah, it's very interesting. I feel like it's a good just sipping. I think like watching a movie. Like it's like one you maybe want to contemplate, but also like I just want to relax kind of beer.
Mm-hmm. It goes through these different like waves of sweetness too. At first, it was super dry. And then now it kind of washes over, and as that dryness kind of subsides, there's like these weird, sweet overtones that happen on my tongue after the finish.
Well,
It's pretty cool.
This is our first official real sour of the night, not raw beer that was fruit, but this is like it's supposed to be a sour beer. So I think our palates are adjusting to getting rid of our Nashville Hots, our Sculpins, yeah.
Our licking holes.
Yeah. Whew. Now
Coco Locos.
Yeah. So but that's with any beer. You have to have a few sips. You got to get used to
acclimate a little bit. You know, especially with sour beer. A lot of people will say, especially if you're not into sour beers, that the first sip is the worst. You know?
That's what I say about licking hole.
I say the opposite.
Oh. First.
For the first time around is the best.
Best.
Yeah. But anyways, really nice beer. Very well balanced. Just a nice. I would think it would be approachable to folks
for sure,
and very just enjoyable, thirst quenching, delicious.
Yeah.
Can't really say anything bad about it.
Finish it up and move over to some raspberries.
Let's do it.
So I kind of miss Christmas.
And I always miss fruited sour beers.
Okay.
So this
together we have come.
It's a perfect package right here. Yeah, it is an odd take. Usually with raspberry beers, they would tend towards a red type of packaging.
Right. But a lot of Avery beers do have a red topper.
That's true.
So.
Actually, all of them do. Just to start out with, like,
just not the
red
raspberry beer.
Red is their color, except for when they use raspberries, things that are red.
This one's different, guys.
So yeah, maybe I get it now. I don't know.
All right.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to this beer. This, go to when you go into the beer store or the grocery store or wherever you're buying your beer from.
The guy on the corner.
Exactly. I actually saw a guy running around with a bunch of Coronas today on the side of the street. It was like 9 a.m. too. The guy was.
So you hit him up.
He was hustling.
Like, I can't believe I'm up this early, but thank God you're here.
Yeah. Anyways, it can be kind of daunting. There's a lot of choices out there nowadays. A lot of new breweries showing up. A lot of competition for market space, shelf space, anything like that.
That's why they went green to stand out. You're like, is that Avery? No, it can't be.
Maybe, and maybe it's the green that just caught my eye, but it popped out at me, and I was like, whoa, Avery's doing raspberry sour? I need to try that.
Okay.
So I picked it up, and I've been very much looking forward to this all day.
All right. Well, let's open it up and give it a try.
Let's do it.
That beer poured out pretty dark.
Pretty dark, some nice kind of red overtones. You're going to pick up some...
walnutty color, I guess.
Yeah. And you'll definitely pick up some color from the fruit itself.
Yeah. Well, the raspberry, not plum. I was thinking plum. In my head, I was like, I don't know about plum. I guess maybe raspberry. Green.
We're on this beer now.
We're on the green one, raspberry.
Has some wine-like aromas to it, and some definite fruit character.
I feel like I'm like smelling and looking for something though. It's like it's not in your face. It's not pungent. It's like did I smell?
I don't get a whole bunch of like wild yeast character off of it either. It's like has that wine and some fruit and it smells good.
All right, let's give it a try. Whoa, that's thick. It's like a thick candy. Really coats your mouth.
And it's definitely has a lot of tartness, but it also has kind of a savory quality too, which is, at least upon that first sip, which was kind of weird. I don't know if I've ever experienced that before.
See, there's something about raspberries that makes me think of cough syrup or like lozenges.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's like, it's no like side to this beer. It's just like that thought comes in my mouth, and my mouth feels like, oh, this is making me feel better.
Nice. Yeah, it has a juicy quality to it, but it definitely there's upon initial, or first sip, it has kind of a tart, juicy type character, and then switches to this weird savory quality for me.
So you mentioned Lolita when we were talking about this earlier, and I feel like it's pretty far from Lolita.
Yeah, I mean, they sound like similar process styles of beer. You're taking beer, aging it in wine barrels with fruit. But yeah, this is definitely not anywhere near the same beer as Lolita. They're completely two different beers, So it's certainly interesting.
And pretty different from a lot of the beers I've had from Avery. I hate to say it, but I haven't had an Avery beer in a while. Usually their beers are pretty straightforward unless you're kind of going with those barrel-aged beers a little bit.
Yeah, they do a lot of weird stuff on the barrel side.
But like their like standard lineup is like pretty standard.
Mm-hmm. But Avery's a great spot if you haven't been to the brewery out there in Colorado. Really cool place to visit.
Both these are from Colorado. Just realized that.
Colorado and fruited sour
Damn.
episode. Nicely done, HopCast.
Kudos. All right, so you've been there before.
I have, while visiting out there for GABF. We got a nice little tour out there. It was really, really nice. Mm-hmm. We did Avery, we did Oscar Blues and Left Hand. The Avery guys and those guys have since come to visit Chicago, and we've hung out here as well. So
nice.
They're cool dudes.
Nice. So this is a good beer. I'd definitely pick it up. Were there did you notice other ones like a blueberry or a blackberry?
No, this is kind of a standalone. I mean, they had some of their other beers that you would recognize on the shelf, but this was something I'd never seen before, and usually that's kind of what drives purchase for a lot of beer nerds out there. Is
I would have thought
never had that before.
The orange foil blueberry beer.
The pink kiwi.
Yeah. It all makes sense. Well, definitely two great beers. One we're pretty familiar with, the brewery, and the other one, Paradox. Like, check them out. I'd like to know more about them and what they're
really
doing.
Great stuff out of Paradox.
So, a couple sours. Cheers.
Thanks for watching the HopCast.